This is Wildwood Sanitarium. In 1906, it was opened as a tuberculosis hospital by Dr. John Henderson there and Carol Perry. After it was a tuberculosis hospital around the 50s, or 60s I should say, they actually renovated it into 3 apartments. After that, some people lived here, and then it was purchased by Laurie 6 years ago. So this is actually a mirror that fell down in Nick Groff's episode of Paranormal Lockdown, and that happened around 5 years ago. He actually has a new show now too called Death Walker that he's working on, and he came here recently to film his new episode, updated episode of this place. And here's a picture of Nick Groff here, and Laurie and Brooke and Katrina from Paranormal Lockdown. So when this place was apartments in the 70s, there was a little boy that actually lived here. His name, he went by Tommy, and sadly he actually drowned in a river down the street there. But he's been known to come through equipment and all sorts of different ways to many different groups around here. He's been reported by many different people. He's a very playful spirit. Not so much harmful, just playful, trickster. We dedicate this room to him. You can get evidence of him pretty much anywhere though, but this is what we have for his room. We put toys in here for him, things like that he has for these sorts of things. Actually, when Clarence here, he gave him this little yellow transformer because he asked for a yellow toy in the spirit box, he said. That's pretty much that for this room. Here's a picture too, if you want to get that on video too. It's pretty cool. The whole picture is pretty neat. But we'll walk into this room here. We just put this here recently.
Yes!
We got a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yes!
From, if you know of like Overnight.
Yes! I've been waiting.
Yeah, they were at the Warren's.
The Warren Museum.
Yeah, the Warren Museum.
Yeah,
and they put 666 of those in the museum, and you stayed overnight with them and everything.
Dude, I am very interested in seeing
if
after they did the whole live stream, if any of the dolls got an attachment or something. I've been wanting to know.
I'm not entirely sure with that one, but it fits. That's how we got it put in here. And you know, like, we think of this place almost as like a museum itself.
Right.
Wow, well, we have all these old things here like this, for example, all these old things that fit the time period. And we have things that get donated to us, different dolls and things such like that.
We haven't even gone to the doll room yet.
We haven't gone to the doll room yet, but as you can see, even in Tommy's room and we still have a whole bunch of dolls throughout the place. It's a theme. The spirits love them here. They love them.
Really?
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Not all the spirits, but some of them do. There's 2 children's spirits here that are known to come through, like Tommy and Anna are ones that come through. Anna, we think is attached to one of the dolls. I'm not entirely sure on that, though. I've gotten mixed answers on that. We all have, like, we're not entirely sure.
Do you know which doll?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. No, like, I've been trying to get answers on that.
Okay, maybe we can...
You could try to ask that. You could see, like,
tonight.
Yeah. This is cool, like, spirit board here that actually got donated to us. It's like hand painted. This is one of those things that got donated to us here. Like this type of thing. There's a lot of people here that are very dedicated to this location and love it, and do things like this for us, which is really cool. So this is our pendulum here. You've probably seen stuff like that. So
this is the pendulum that I've been telling you guys about.
Yeah, if you want to see, so like, I take pictures a lot, like even when like groups aren't here or no one's here, and I have a bunch of like whole collage going on, like patterns that get made in this pendulum a lot. They like to play this off, and you don't look at this pattern they do as well. It almost looks like an eye. As you can see, this has happened. Multiple different occasions when nobody has been here. And we have cameras around the whole outside of this place, so no one has came in here to do this.
Can you go back to the previous one?
Yeah. Let's scroll through them. I only have the 3 right here, but...
Okay, go back to that middle one. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
By itself?
Yeah. Yeah. This thing is... They really love to interact with that. I highly recommend trying to do communication with them. That. So
I mean, there is a
guy.
draft, but it definitely is moving right
Well,
now.
yeah, if you move around a lot too, you can make it. So you just
Okay.
gotta stay still.
All right, good. We got that noted on the camera.
Yeah. So this guy here, Jeremy, he used to come with his brother, John, here a lot to investigate as part of his team. John still comes here and investigates, but Jeremy, he sadly he took his own life. He did not do that here though. I'd like to make sure that's known because he did not. But he likes to come here and communicate with people. He's come through spirit boxes and many other equipment.
It
A
was
lot of
his favorite location.
electronical disturbances are a lot of pin. Usually that you can pin that on him. Or draining the batteries too. Like he likes to mess with technology. You know, like he likes to mess with like EVPs and stuff like he distorts the audio. Apparently that's a thing. From my groups now. So he's actually wrote in the sand and the pendulum here. As you can see, it looks like mom, and this is actually a Mother's Day card he wrote to his mom. And we like to point that out. And I actually have a really cool apparition photo of him I would like to show you. I'm gonna get it on this wall too. This actually happened a year ago. This is really like intense. It's like one of the craziest apparition photos I've ever seen, and it was taken here by his brother. Okay, so here, check this out. So this is over here.
Damn it.
And this was done with fog and lights, as you can see. Like, so as you can see,
Get right over your shoulder, buddy.
that is him with glasses. He's going like this. You can kind of tell. Right there.
Oh yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah.
Get a good angle this way.
Yeah, as
please?
you see, that's fully zoomed out, and then it's right there. You can see. And it's over here.
Oh yeah. Can't really see it.
Right there.
Oh, that's a whole Oh,
Yeah,
I thought that
isn't
was
that
a
intense?
set of curtains.
Isn't that intense?
Wow.
Tell me that's not one of the craziest apparition photos you've ever seen. Everyone was here, all gathered in this room here, and doing this experiment, and witnessed this happen in real time. Not even just the picture like going on, not even just one person witnessing and taking the picture. No, there's 14 people here that witnessed that.
That's
Yeah.
wow.
How did it make you
It's
feel, Devon?
interesting because, so he used to be a ghost hunter. He used to
Right,
do
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff. So like, my theory is like, I feel like when, as time goes on and generations go on, because this is becoming a larger thing, these ghost hunters are going to be able to prove this all exists a lot more because they're going to understand how the technology works. They're going to understand how to interact better
Good point.
in the afterlife.
Yeah.
So I feel like the advancements and all this is going to skyrocket. So it's going to become like a widely known belief that this is like what happens.
That's
Because
point, dude.
it makes sense, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The ghost hunter, it's a big thing now. People are working on this. It's like professions, even some of them. You know, some of them are really like digging deep into this stuff. They're gonna understand how to work all this technology, and then they die. They're gonna understand how to play with all this. They're gonna understand how to show themselves, probably even. They're gonna understand how to manipulate the energy a lot more. Pretty intense, ain't it?
Could you get this on camera? Because I don't think you got this on camera.
Oh, no, I did not.
Done with the tour yet.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
This place is amazing, I'm telling you. It really is. So we got like this cool painting of the place that was donated to us by Shannon Taker there.
Oh wow.
It's just like, that's what I mean about we have people that love this location that do things like this for us. She did this like, and just donated to us too. Like we didn't like have to pay for this or anything. She didn't want no money for it. She just did it because out of the love of this location. Over here too, we got this complete 1920s doctor's kit. This is what they would have used in the early 1900s if they were going like house call.
Wow.
Pretty cool, ain't it?
Really is like a museum.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what. Well, that's the idea we got. Like that's how we have it. You know, like because yes, this place is haunted, but it has all these old artifacts in it, and it does have that museum factor to
Such
it.
a history.
Yeah, it's got a lot of history to it. It really does. Recently, we had this lady tell us about this article she found where she seen that there was lobotomies done here, and I guess Walter Freeman, the guy who basically invented lobotomies in the U.S. Apparently, he actually did like a tour around the U.S. and performed lobotomies at different locations. and we questioned the spirits about this on the spirit box, and we asked them if a Dr. Freeman has ever come here, and they said they referred to him as Walt. Like Walter, like, what's that Walt? And we didn't even say the first name. We didn't even say, so they said Walt multiple times. And we asked them, like, if he performed lobotomies here, and they said yes, and how many? And they said 7, multiple times. I like to consider myself, like, a sensitive. Like, I'm working on it. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, my intuition. I'm trying to strengthen all this. My wife and her mother, they both trained at Lilydale and trained with all these, like, renowned psychics, and they're really good at what they do. And my wife, like, she's always seen spirits ever since she was young, and everything like that too. Like, she's naturally had the ability gifted to her, so you didn't really have to work on it, just kind of always there for her. Like, but I believe with people in general, though, like, I believe we all are capable of higher intuition and mediumship. You just have to work on it, and you just have to be open to it.
Yeah.
That's my take on that, honestly. But it's a tricky thing. It's really hard because in today's world, we're almost conditioned to not believe any of that exists.
Yeah.
But there's actually even CIA documents. They've released all these documents recently. You can go look it up on Google, and you can find all this stuff, how all this is real. Mediumship and psychic abilities, things like that. They talk about it.
Do you guys hear whistling?
Whistling?
I swear to God, I just heard whistling. Did you guys hear that? No. It was like twice.
They
I'm
could
hearing
do
what
one of
you're
the doctors.
I'm hearing what you're hearing.
Henderson likes to walk around whistle.
I can hear it now.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's not whistling. That's not whistling.
No. There was. I was. It sounded like it come down this way, down the hallway. Just now. It happened the first time, and I didn't say anything because maybe it was somebody outside.
Oh, I just heard that.
Just now.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I just heard that too. It was weird. But there was a dog barking outside, but I don't think it's a dog.
No, it was a whistle like. Something like that.
That's the dog.
That's the dog. No, that's the dog.
dog.
Well,
Is that what I was hearing?
no,
It's the
that's
dog.
not what you were hearing. No, because I heard something else. It's not the dog.
Oh yeah, I hear the dog.
I hear the dog. The dog's over there. That was something else. That's good. Yeah. You guys didn't hear that? That was- I heard the dog. The dog is completely different.
I heard the dog, but
I heard what here. It whistled again. It was someone whistling.
It was twice in a row, and I
happened
thought we heard
twice
it the
in a row.
whole
It
time.
did.
A third.
You got that on camera, right?
It's
You
been
can look-
recording this whole time.
Yeah,
It's
you
still
can
going.
look at that and go check it. I would look back at that. No, that was definitely a whistle. I'm pretty sure that was. Pretty sure, like. I don't think the dog. Like I hear the dog. It's a totally different thing.
that was like
Listen to the dog. Yeah. This is the other bathroom here. Remember I was telling you the bathroom?
Oh.
This is another bathroom. We're gonna come here and check it out. We're just planning on restoring this a little later.
That's how I plan to restore my school bus during the winter.
Yeah, it's pretty rough in here. Actually, it was me and my one friend last night. That's what we were actually talking and we were thinking like, because we were wondering like where like the doctors and nurses like took like their breaks and stuff. Like we were kind of thinking like maybe like we were thinking like in this room, because like this room like we almost thought like it doesn't look like it used to be a bathroom. So like it went through a bathroom phase, but like we thought like maybe it was something before that even. And we thought like this is maybe where they took their breaks at a time, and then like because over there was like the laundry chute to go to the second floor there and stuff, and maybe thought like this is kind of like their, I don't know, it's just speculation, we don't know for sure. Alright, so down here in the basement, so this is what I was talking about with the remnants of the tubs, the electric bathtub, electric battery bath, sorry, tubs right here. And this is part of the console here. As you can see, this kind of led up to the other floors as well. This was part of like the whole thing. There was more parts to this at one point. And yeah, You can see the indents here, and this was actually believed to be, we think that they had a community bathtub here, we think. Because of how the cement was frozen here. Seems like that. And we have pictures here on the wall of what all that would have been like. Here's like, this is one of those actual pictures, so this is on the second floor, they had the light bath cabinet. That's where they did a lot of their light bath therapy, was on the second floor.
Wow. Actually seems pretty technical for the time.
Oh yeah. Sadly, we don't have any of those. I actually tried to get something similar to that, and those things are heavy. Man, I don't even know how they got them in here, to be honest. It must have been really difficult for them to get it in here. I didn't have much help, though, when I was getting it at the time, though, so I was trying to pick it up, at least. Those things are, oh my god. So, we got embalming table.
Oh, that's fun.
This is from a funeral home in Hamburg.
Yeah,
got
got
donated to us. Yeah, you guys, you can play on it and do like SS method or anything you want. We've had a bunch of people do that.
I've heard REM pod is good on that.
REM pods, yeah, REM pods, all
Were
that.
there embalming tables here? Like in upstairs?
You know, like probably not. Maybe I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna sit here and say for sure because I honestly don't know.
Fair.
Like, yeah. There's some like weird stuff that are like written too around the walls here, like this for instance. This was here like when we got it. We don't really know where like what that's about. It's just like weird like cryptic message that we don't really like know like why it's there. I like to point that out. It was kind of interesting. So if you get anything like on any kind of equipment for answers for that, like let us know. That'd be cool.
Alright, we'll try it.
It's pretty cool, ain't it? I love that picture. I think it's so cool.
The spirits do like the fact that you are renovating, right?
Then what? Renovating?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, we talked to them about this. Like, we asked their permission and everything. There's been times where actually, I did, okay, so on the second floor there, like, if you've seen, like, right before you go in the doll room there, how we had it covered up there on the ceiling there, we had it covered up with those boards. So, when that happened how that happened is that I'll decap it to the roof. Water damage happened, so we put those boards up. The next day, I came here, and actually one of those boards were pulled down. And I was like, why is it pulled down like that? So I went to go fix it. I put a chair up, and I went to go put it back in, and the chair literally flew out from underneath me, all the way into the doll room. And I landed, like, on my ankle like this, because I tried to catch myself, and I hurt my ankle pretty bad, like. And that's just what I mean, like, why we normally ask them before we do things.
Okay.
Because like it seemed like they got mad that I just did that without them, well, asking. I really want to tell you this story that happened 2 days ago.
Okay,
it's
cool.
Really crazy. Okay, so you see these covering this right here? There's
Right.
damage here from water damage. So I covered it I drilled those bits in there, right? You see this one right here?
Yep.
Came here 2 days ago because I did it like about a week ago. And came here 2 days ago. That was out and hanging out. So I'm like, why is this hanging out? Like, who did that? How did that happen? Because I literally drilled it in there. So I get on a chair. I didn't have a drill at the time. I get on this chair. I pushed in, went to push in, and so this chair just flew out under me, and I fell.
It flew across the
Oh,
she,
someone-
she was literally right here.
Yeah, the chair flew across the room.
She was right here, and it
Wow.
literally flew out from under me. I fell and landed on the ground, and I'm like, oh, okay. Because I landed on my ankle.
Dude, if
I
that
landed
happened to
right
me,
on-
I would have been out.
Alright. Shit, I can't get past that. Just like it. Okay.
You're not gonna stand in the same position that you were?
I'm gonna be away from the camera so we can hear clearly that there's no. So we're trying to debunk this whistle we heard earlier. The one thinks is the heating.
I thought.
Absolutely not. You're not in front of the
I'm
camera.
not even in the shot, dude. I personally do not think that. Like, it definitely sounds like a whistle, but then like at first like. That's a dog.
And it's not what we're.
But it sounds within the same pitch to me. Cause it was like,
There's, well, you got
It-
wax
it's like-
built up in your ears. That's probably the
Well,
problem.
bro, I got it flushed.
Hey, so like we heard the dog out there.
But that
Camera
was
picked it
after.
up.
The camera did pick up the
Camera's
dog,
in the
yes.
same spot that like.
It did
was
move.
when
The only
we showed
difference
the noise.
is I
Just heard it again.
It wasn't a squeak, it was a whistle, dude. It was
That
Now see,
it's the same pitch. The same pitch that I keep hearing. It's like instead of like a.
well,
it's
let's see how it is out here.
You guys all want to stand in the hallway now?
Yeah, because now we've heard.
Dude, I'm not convinced.
You two stand where I was when I was filming. We're gonna leave the camera rolling. Stand out there with Morgan. Don't knock this shit over.
yeah, that's what I'm like.
Big boy steps, Devon. I'm gonna stand in here now. Just be quiet.
Is there a doctor here?
I thought we were being quiet.
Well, he did say it was a doctor. I would whistle in the hallways.
Oh, you did say that?
Yeah.
He didn't
Okay,
catch
so
that?
I didn't catch a name though.
Dude, there's so.
He didn't say a name.
Turn this on. Some lighting on you, dude.
Well, I need to. The exposure's pretty good.
Alright, so if there is a doctor here who's known to whistle, maybe. Dude, that has to be the heating. I hear like a.
No, but I heard that too.
You hear that too?
I did hear that too, but I don't think that's the heating.
That's the heating, dude. That's the heating.
Because
That's
it
the
wasn't
exact
like
heating.
that when we stood here still for 10
That's the
seconds.
same exact sound that I keep hearing besides the dog.
You're talking about that white noise heating sound right now.
Not the, no.
The
But
window
the
sound.
higher pitch sound like.
Okay, well, we're all terrible at doing the high pitched sound, so let's just not try to replicate.
That was the best that I can put it.
But like that's not. It was like, it was low, but it was high pitched.
God, I wish we had two cameras right now so I can film you, so we can have two double cameras right now. Instead of just one full straight frame this whole time.
There's a doctor here I'd like to be seen.
You're not even on frame. There you go.
If there's any doctors here I'd like to be seen.
I'm hearing this. I'm hearing it.
I'm not.
I am. It's like.
Is there anybody on staff? Maybe you could come and see me?
Alright, so what I was trying to say earlier is that if we've heard that this is a doctor who's been whistling, if that is true, if you can do something as intelligent as whistling, can you also knock? Can you give us one knock for confirmation? Is this a patient instead? All right, let's see if you can do this at least. Maybe. If you are a doctor, I want you to knock once or tap once. If you're a patient, tap or knock 2 times. So doctor 1, patient 2. You heard that?
I couldn't tell if that was a car or not.
Oh no, that was a car.
No.
That was a car.
I know
I saw
there
the
was
light.
a car that drove by, but I wasn't hearing other
No,
shit.
that noise was in the house.
But it was multiple.
No, that was a car because I saw the light. I saw
Yes,
the light.
No, not the driving noise. That sneeze sound, whatever the hell that was.
Car. But right before that, I thought I heard like a. No, but literally right before, I thought I heard a. Even though the camera's blurry, that's what I thought I heard, like a small little tap.
I really can't say. Because I heard like some like thudding around, like something was moving around, and then the car was going by. So I really can't fucking
Contamination.
say. I really can't say.
Contaminated.
Because that car went by. I know the car was there, but there was also that sound. I don't know if it was like several knocks or taps or whatever. Like some. I can't explain it more than something moving around. You know, little thudding going around in the house, and then the car drove by at the same time. So I don't know. That could have been a car.
You good, Morgan?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can hear. Because it sounded like there definitely was something in the house, but there was a noise at the same time with the car.
Right. So we have some contamination done.
Okay, maybe it wasn't even a sneeze. Maybe it was like a slip of some kind.
Alright, hang on, let me restart this footage.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. If someone is here with us, can you please come up here and give us a sign, please? I said please twice. But... What is he doing? Can you touch Morgan? We have a patient for you. He's in that room right there. Can you touch him for us? Can you check up? He has really bad tuberculosis. He needs treated. Alright, so I have a theory / idea now because of what Zach said. Alright, I want to apologize. Yes, we're lying. That's not a patient. Please do not really touch him or operate, whatever you do. Can we please have permission to speak with you? My name's Devon. This is PJ behind this camera. And then Morgan down the hallway. Can we please be allowed to communicate with you throughout the night? We're only going to be here for a few hours. If that is okay, can you give us an obvious sign? We try to stay on the
Could you do that again, please?
Oop, door. Sorry. So, shut up. Let me try to stand still so I'm not like creaking, you know.
Yeah, and then we're, like you said, we're only going to be here a little while, and if you could please make a sign, please do it. We'd like to communicate with you and hopefully learn something from you today.
Hey guys.
Yo.
I don't know if I'm just like going crazy, but like there's a spot you guys should stand over here. Just like stand, just listen.
Okay, but I was just about to ask if a spirit is here, can it move this right here?
Why?
This chain here. 'Cause I was just staring at it and I don't know. If there's a spirit here, can you come over here and possibly move or dangle this for us? Doctor, patient, doesn't matter.
Maybe we just leave this here. Let's go see what Mark is talking about. We'll leave this camera sitting right here the way it is.
Okay.
It sounded like there was people in a completely different
So they were performing, they were doing part of their investigation at the end of the hallway on, what is this, the 3rd floor?
Yes.
And I was standing in here. I tried the other room. Nothing happened. Nobody touched me, despite you. And I decided to walk in here. And I walked in here for a minute. I was standing right where PJ is. And it sounded like there was people. Like in a completely different room. Probably like 1st floor or whatever. It sounded like a room for people. Like there was an active room. And it sounded real muffled, real light, like far away light.
Dude.
So.
But like when you guys came in, nothing.
I hear.
Like it's just
Nothing. I
us
hear
breathing.
Didn't hear anything over there neither. I was standing behind the camera when we were talking. Devon said, "Make a, what did you say? Make a noise or something."
Make a noise, make a knock or tap.
The floor behind me creaked. That could just been, you know.
I think that was me. That's why I said.
Okay,
It was the floor behind me. I felt the floor move with the
Behind
back
you?
of my foot. Yeah.
Or that's me. Sorry.
So I mean, that could have just been I don't want to say it could have been a house settling, but
Well, hate to
there was
interrupt this.
obviously
Ask about nothing.
there was a creak. Yeah, I got to pee too. So let's take a break.
You guys go first.
I gotta go all the way downstairs.
So glad I got that.
Let that roll. Let's go downstairs.
Let me grab my drink.
Bro, I feel like we all need a break. Alright, so we are currently down in the basement of Wildwood Sanitarium. We have a REM pod right in the middle of us. We have cat balls scattered across the room, as well as 2 mag lights. And we have an EDI meter right on the table over there. We are currently about to do an EVP session. So hopefully we can capture something. Zachary, our guide, said that this place is really great at giving EVPs. So let's test that theory with the recorders that we have in our arsenal. Starting now. Alright. There's a patient down here with us. Can we have permission to speak to you, please?
This guy just come on.
Is that confirming a yes?
Yeah, it's still lit. It's kind of flickering.
Did you... Was that footsteps upstairs or not?
This? So you're just on my feet just now?
Mm-mm.
I didn't hear nothing.
You sure? Well, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not lying to you. Okay, it's out now.
Was that you walking around?
Can you see that over there?
Can't get there. I can see it.
It's lit.
If that was you, can you turn that flashlight off for us? If we were in contact with a spirit, can you... This off.
Have you been treated here? We have a couple devices around here you can speak to or even get up close to and touch or manipulate in some way to help us understand that you're here. And if you have something you can say, I know it takes quite a bit of energy to make out words in those devices, but if you have the ability to do so, that would be great for us. Were you on the 3rd floor? The top floor of this building? Maybe you were on the 2nd?
To confirm that you were on the 2nd, can you make that flashlight go all the way bright? To make the flashlight bright for us. Oh my god.
That's very impressive. I don't know what else to ask.
Wow. We appreciate you for responding to us.
Did you have good care while you were here? Did you not like the care you were given?
We were told this place was to give patients a happier treatment before the tuberculosis epidemic. Were you one of those patients that were happy with your treatment? If so, can you turn the flashlight totally off? Well, I'm glad that you fondly think of this place. Were you seen by a doctor who whistles? We were told that there was a doctor who was known for walking around the house whistling.
If that is a yes, can you turn the flashlight all the way off? Wow.
I think we're starting to ask the right questions, guys.
Yeah. Did you have any friends that were treated here with you?
Did you not have any friends? Whoa.
I've never seen that before. Just a
on-
straight like
it's on.
blip.
Were you hesitant to let us know that answer? If so, can you respectfully turn the flashlight off for us? Yeah, no, I never seen anything like that either. That was new to me.
Do you happen to be a child that resided here? There's a...
If it's Tommy, could you please turn that flashlight on at the sewing machine?
Nice to see you, Tommy.
Maybe if you come sit over here with us, and on your way you can maybe kick one of these balls on the ground or touch this antenna over here. Maybe we'll play some hide and seek with flashlights. I like playing that game. Maybe he doesn't like hide and seek.
You think we scared them all?
Well, I just started lighting up whenever I said he didn't like it.
Oh.
If you don't like the game hide and seek, maybe could you turn that light on? Yeah, so he definitely does not like that.
Alright.
I hear you completely. So we won't play that game tonight. I promise.
Is there something you're afraid of here? Is that why you don't like to play hide and seek?
And it's off.
I know you don't like playing hide and seek. Is that because maybe there's somebody you're hiding from? Is that blip again?
There it is.
Do you not want to anger somebody else who's here?
It's off.
So maybe did the doctors not like you playing around this area? I'm curious why you're down here. Maybe do you like sewing? You're near that sewing machine, or maybe the bicycle?
No doubt Tommy would want to sew clothes.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Well, I enjoy sewing. Maybe it's just me. Do you guys want to wrap this up? Or you wanna keep going?
Yeah, so it's wrapped up.
Okay, Tommy, thank you for talking to us. It was really a pleasure.
If you would like to go upstairs with us, we will be asking other people questions, and you can be in on that as well.
Are you gonna stay down here? Maybe we might come back down.
Yeah.
Okay, so we definitely have to visit back down here.
My stomach just growled.
Okay. How does that make you feel? That was a little too sexual for my liking.
Let's all sit down. Now, if there's anybody here with us, can you please turn that flashlight off? Already a step ahead of the game. That's good.
Wow.
Now, we have two options in front of us. We can either go downstairs or investigate this bedroom here. Should we go upstairs? That was definitely in the fucking house. That was most definitely in the fucking house. Did you hear that shit?
I fucking heard that.
What?
That was in the house?
That was in the fucking house, dude.
Are you sure?
What did you hear?
You didn't fucking hear that?
I was yawning.
Something just got knocked over upstairs.
No, it was like a rumbling sound to me.
The rumbling sound might have been my yawn. You know how I
T-Rex yawn? No, dude, something just got knocked over. Guess something just fell over.
Bro, it sounded like a fucking rumble. I didn't know that was outside or not.
Did we look upstairs?
I wouldn't. Okay.
We're
going upstairs.
Okay,
now.
go upstairs.
No fucking way. Oh my god.
Let's go, dude.
Explain this a little bit.
Hold on, let me delete this real quick.
So, we just went over our footage. We did hear a very clear, it sounded like stuff was falling upstairs. Something.
Me and you only heard it. Morgan didn't because he was yawning at the time that we heard this noise. It sounded like a rumble to me.
Something fell upstairs. This is the way I can explain it. Something fell upstairs, and we felt the house. It didn't like shake violently. When I say the house shook, it was like you walked.
Camera second.
You walked next to me. The house shook. Like if I went like this and you feel that vibration, that's what we felt when we heard that sound. Something fell upstairs.
Dude, I'm saying like.
You're not gonna be able to see yourself.
Really?
You have to manually focus into the video.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah. Plus, it was way too close to your face. You could probably see your hair follicles.
Dude, I don't know. Like it sounded like a rumble, but it sounded like something fell to you.
That's what you heard too, dickhead.
I mean, a rumble and something falling are two different things.
No, it sounded like clutter fell. You know?
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like if your cat it gets up
okay.
and knocks stuff off a shelf,
Okay.
and it hits a couple things on the way down.
Like that's what it kind of sounded like to me.
No.
Like I thought it was like maybe like a vehicle outside or something.
Oh, dude, I'm so like.
Dude, we gotta go upstairs.
I know, I'm scared. I'm just so like disappointed that like we did not hear that on the phone because it was so loud. It was so loud and we didn't hear it on the phone.
Okay, so off camera, we were listening to the audio. I had earbuds in. There's literally in the video there's already like this like white noise, kind of bassy white noise. So you literally can't even hear the rumble at all because of the sound that's already there in the video itself. I don't know. But I heard that, you heard that, and it's freaking you out. But like, we gotta go upstairs, we gotta check that.
Morgan, slow down. Cameraman first. Morgan!
Hey man, we only talked about it for the past 10 minutes.
I know, but cameraman. Is he camera?
Alright, well. You think it might have been the doll room?
See if there's anything on the ground that's out of place.
I don't see anything. Maybe it's not over right now.
Right here.
Huh?
So I'm right here.
Oh.
Let's check this. No, this didn't move at all. That was a very clear.
Nope.
DJ.
I don't like this room.
Come here.
Huh? Wait, dude.
I want to make note of this real quick.
I already did.
About that there's nothing in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see anything on the ground. Looked like it would have fallen over. Did anything get knocked over up here? Can you help us find it?
No, everything was just
This is Timmy or Tommy's room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to start here, maybe?
Wow, okay.
My camera's acting a little weird.
Really?
Yeah, it keeps like bugging out. You hear it? It's fucking like lagging every time I look over here.
Tell me look over there.
You hear it?
Tell me look over there.
You hear it?
Tell me look over there.
You hear it? Listen.
I don't hear it.
Just shut up and listen. Hear the shutter? It's not doing it right now, just listen. Did you hear it just then?
Oh, I'm hearing footsteps in the radiator.
We'll come in the hall with more.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was,
yeah.
it's only doing that in this area. It did it when
It's
we
even
walked past
glitching over
earlier.
there.
It did it when we walked past earlier. And it hasn't been doing it anywhere else.
Wait, dude! You feel me?
Yeah.
Put on me. We literally just came from the basement talking to the spirit of Tommy. And your camera's doing what it's doing while we're looking into Tommy's room.
I'm sure you can see it because it's physically, like the camera's like physically
I
fucking
think
up.
Tommy still wants to talk to us.
Okay, well let's get some equipment. Come back up here.
We're here in Tommy's room. We'd like to ask a couple questions if that's okay. With anybody.
Oh, the flashlight turned on immediately.
Is there anybody here that would like to talk?
Tommy, was it you affecting PJ's camera? Flashlight's turning off.
I'd like to know how you did it, if it was you. It was a funny kind of prank.
Tommy, we hear that you're a jokester. Do you mind giving us a little laugh?
Your best laugh.
Tommy, are you here?
For what?
I was thinking, and then for what? I heard.
That sounds like I'm hurt.
I'm hurt or I heard? Are you hurt?
That was a female voice though.
Yeah, it was a female.
Well, we are in the sanitarium.
I mean, it could be other. We don't know.
Is there somebody here that's hurt?
What's hurting you?
Did it say Walter?
I don't know. I thought it said tuberculosis.
What?
I could be stupid, okay?
It sounded like I thought it said water or something like that. You might be onto something with saying Walter. Tuberculosis, you're stupid.
Did Dr. Freeman treat you? Was Dr. Freeman ever here? Are we still speaking to Tommy? Who are we speaking to? Dude, look at that flashlight.
The flashlight over there. Anybody able to mess with that?
The flashlight's been stabilized that for a bit. I see that there's a lot of dolls here. I have a doll downstairs that I can give to you if you want. Would you like another to your collection?
Well, whatever we had, we lost it.
Do you like the dolls that are in this room? I don't know, guys.
I just can't hear clearly, I don't know.
Camera from on, right?
What camera?
The like.
Ready. I'm ready. We're gonna keep playing the guitar always. Just serenades. Okay. I mean, they apparently like music here.
Yeah. I just figured this would be best. I was honestly waiting for you guys to tell me
I say
stuff.
for now, don't play it, but we can ask if you want us to play music.
That's all I was gonna do. Should I play music?
Yeah, man.
Okay. I at least want to do it right.
We just start getting a copyright claim on our video. We heard people here like listening to music. Do you like what Morgan's playing for you? Can you turn the flashlight all the way on if you like this? It's like ever so slightly getting brighter.
You made sure I readjusted it.
I don't know. I can't tell you. I mean, it could just be poor timing if it just turned off. Maybe don't.
What? This door.
The heck?
I used to have one of these.
Morgan, this is probably the first time our viewers are seeing your guitar skills in action. I mean, it's bright now, but I think that was because of you, PJ. If you like what Morgan's playing for you, can you light up that toy that's on the ground for us? That flashlight's pretty still.
say we move on.
I'd say too. Where's the... There's no... Dude, there's no way.
I love that. I love that with every ounce of my being.
Everyone, give Morgan a round of applause.
Clap, clap, clap.
Alright, that was some that was rough, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, we're currently in the doll room. Let's see if either of these dolls, any, multiple dolls in this room, has a possible attachment. I mean, all of these potentially could be vessels. I brought you a doll. This could be my offering to the sanitarium. Do I have permission to leave it here? Ooh. If you will accept the doll that's in the middle as an offering, can you turn the flashlight off for me? What you guys think of that?
Seems like we got their attention.
So there are multiple dolls here, many dolls here. Where did one of you come from? Do you say a city or a state? What?
I didn't pick that up.
There's somebody still here with us? Can you turn that flashlight back on?
Yeah, I was literally just about to say that flashlight has been off this whole time after that question.
Can anybody here turn on that flashlight, please? Anna, could you come and join us? Anna, we brought a doll with us. Maybe you would like to see?
Anna, if you were here with us, they could... Ooh. I mean, I don't know what... I don't know for that one. Actually, let me ask a different question then. Anna, we heard that you may be attached to a doll. Just turned off.
I don't know what spirit box said at the same time, but it sounded pretty clear too.
I know.
Is that what you thought it said?
Oh, it said I know.
I know.
Are we welcomed here? Whoa, what was that?
That one, I think. We're still talking about the doll.
Which one? Dude, that was the same voice.
What did it say?
What did it say?
I don't want to say mama, but maybe you could make the doll your favorite doll move. You can show us. I don't know which one you're talking about.
Now, just... Sorry for bumping you. So, just for our own understandings, is your name pronounced Anna or Anna? Which doll are you attached to? Or which one is your favorite? Yeah, no, that was definitely the same voice. Did any of the dolls move for you guys? If you notice?
Can you show us your favorite doll?
Imagine if it's actually none of these dolls. It's like one of the dolls on the shelves and it just falls out. Falls down, I mean.
You not want to show us your doll?
Do you like the doll that I brought here? Anna, are you still here? Whoa. Dude, that was like almost immediately. Alright.
Do you like to play with these blocks on the floor?
Turned off. Seven?
7. I heard 7.
7. Wait, what was the 7 thing earlier? The Zach said if you guys
Seven
remember? Come on, Morgan.
When they flip the
You got
pick
this.
to your
You got this.
upper eyelid
Lobotomy.
And do lobotomy, yeah, 7 lobotomies.
Were you one of the patients that were lobotomized? Are you 7 years old?
Annie, do you know Tommy? You ever play with him? I know he's not a fan of hide and seek.
Do you like playing hide and seek? Dude, I don't know, guys.
Should we go upstairs? Would you like us to stay here? Should we go back downstairs to the first floor? Alright, well I think we're gonna go upstairs.
What about the basement? Jeez, not even that. Alright, so currently me and Morgan are going to do a scrying mirror session. Basically what a scrying mirror is a blacked out mirror. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to kind of like, your only light source is a candle, and you're supposed to look at the mirror while this candle is lit. Some people report seeing themselves age, like dying, this and that, so we're going to see if the rumors are true. Who knows? Some people did it some people did this at the Bel Air house, for example. And this is a very common, popular practice, so let's see what we can get. Apparently, I'm not seeing anything. You want to give it a shot?
You done?
I mean, I guess so.
Hi guys. Now I'm doing this scry.
Scrying.
Scrying here. Here goes.
See anything?
Well, I imagine I don't look like I'm ready to cry.
Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, at first it looked like I was smirking. Thought it was my mustache. No, it's just how the mirror is making me out to look. And then after staring at it for a couple minutes, it looked like I was crying.
Wow, okay.
I don't know if this is like a sight into the soul, but I'm a little disturbed. Honestly.
You don't want to give it a shot? Alright.
Part of me kind of wants to do this by myself. But
Do you want to?
a little bit.
Alright, well, after PJ, then you can do it by yourself and we'll see.
Okay.
What are your,
Hell, if you want, that could be your 3 a.m. challenge.
I got my
Okay.
3 a.m. challenge.
Alright, that's PJ. Let's sit here like this.
Yeah. And just stare at it for like 2 minutes. Sorry. And go. Alright, see anything?
I see 3 little lights. It's reflecting. I was trying to figure out what that was. Yeah, nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Okay.
Am I the only one that...
Apparently saw something, yeah.
Well, that's reason enough to continue doing it.
That's the spirit,
So-
no pun intended, but pun intended at the same time.
This is just me. I will be staring at this mirror for however long it takes.
Yeah, if you're the only one that saw that, I mean, it's not 3 a.m., but heck, you know, just do it.
Well, I'm kind of hoping that maybe I can, like, maybe at the time by myself
Right. Yeah.
make sense of that. Because that was, I don't know.
Yeah. Alright, Morgan.
Scream if you need to.
I'll try my best.
How long do you want to give yourself?
I'll join you eventually.
Alright. Go.
felt something just touch the top of my head. Felt like somebody lifted a strand of my hair. I must just be tripping from staring at this mirror for so long. I thought the floor was shaking, bro. It's interesting though, cause I'm looking at this mirror, and it's like your insecurities pop out, you know? It's like the best way I can describe that, if that is what I'm looking at. There's a couple times I looked bewildered. I had to make sure it wasn't my face moving, because I felt like my lips were quivering at one moment, but like they weren't. My eyes were doing that glistening thing, but like they sting a little, but they weren't watering. The entire time I feel like I'm seeing flashes with my peripheral vision, like outside the mirror, just around the edges. I'll turn my head, I see a face at one of the chairs around me, but there's nobody there. The crazy thing about it is I don't feel spooked. I should go upstairs and meet the others, but I don't know, I kind of just want to make sense of it. It doesn't make sense. Why am I seeing this in the mirror? When the others saw nothing. I don't have answers. I still can't believe I feel comfortable. For the most part. Like, yeah, it's a little eerie being by myself in the dark with a candle and a mirror, because I usually avoid mirrors, yet here I am straight looking into one. Is that where the insecurity plays in? Because I don't usually try to look at mirrors? I'm not going to be able to explain to the others all that well. They're just going to have to find this. I feel like I'm making a monologue to some crazy guy. My eyeballs look sunken in, and then my lips appear to be frowning, but I'm not frowning. I know I'm not frowning. I'm not sure I can keep looking at this.
Rolling on a GoPro at the moment, but
We're gonna charge it once more. We just had one of these vinyls playing, and I
at the end of the song, we went and switched the vinyl to this big one, and now it's not working. Let's roll them back on.
But like, here's the weird part is that while we were trying to change into a big vinyl, the capo that we have literally on this chair went off. Like it started lighting up, and ever since then,
Yeah, I don't know, the turntable's just not spinning.
yeah, it's like we don't know why I don't know. So
It's supposed to, as soon as you get, lift this up off of the rest, turn it, this turntable's supposed to start spinning up. I know, because I have the radio still works.
yeah, the radio still works, but the turntable's just not turntabling. And ever since then, the capo hasn't even gone off.
You can leave static on, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, that's up to you, dude. Alright, well, we found a station that's just plain static right now. Well, not literally, but hopefully people know what I mean by that, but alright. So, right down this hallway is also known as Shadow Man Hallway. So the plan is we're going to walk down this hallway, go inside some of the rooms, and see what we get. Alright, let's get started. Alright, spirits of Wildwood Sanitarium, we come here with the utmost respect. Do we have permission to please try to communicate with you? If so, I have the device in my hand, not the one with the light, but there's a device that's in my hand that's spitting out white noise. Can you please speak into it? To give us confirmation that we have permission to speak to you, can you please say yes or no? Nothing so far. Huh? Okay. There it is. So we know that this one, So we know that this room is known as the doctor's room. If a doctor still resides here, can you tell us which one you are? Dude. Can you tell us what these are? Does one of the doctors still reside with us here at the sanitarium? Dr. Perry, are you here with us? Walt, what about you? Are you here with us?
Should I set this up out in the hall?
No, on the floor actually, in here. Yeah, that'd be cool, that'd be cool. I say it's off. Never mind. That was quick. Hopefully that can capture. Alright. You think it captures it? Sure. There it is. Point the camera.
Yo,
What's up?
shut that off.
Shut it off?
Fucking shit. First off, you're under 20%. Second off, turned out to be over a 20-minute video.
Anything? No.
I said a little monologue on there. I had my little crazy moment.
Nothing
Is
exciting.
that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know, watch. It was weird. I will say this, it was kind of hard for me to like stop looking at the mirror.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I noticed each area of like my face I was staring at.
Keep it put on Morgan, dude.
Each part of my face that I was staring at, it. I would see something else. Like I was staring at the eyes, and that was what I was getting that like sad smirk kind of image. But I stared at like the middle of my face, and it looked like something straight out of a fucking horror game.
Really?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
that ugly.
Shut up.
Shit, dude.
It was like I looked fake.
Oh.
Like I
Flashlight.
used the word porcelain because it looked like I didn't have eyes. It looked like they were panned on. It was strange. Yeah.
Huh.
But I didn't feel like concerned or anything. I was
Flashlight again.
just staring at the mirror.
Morgan, you want to be in this room by yourself? Because that flashlight keeps going off and on, dude.
It's been basically dark since before you come up here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's going on and off a couple.
And it just turns off.
No, not me.
My name's Morgan. I spoke with Tony and I want to say Anna downstairs in a little bit. But now I'm coming to visit you guys. If you'll have me. May I have some of your time? I'm really just trying to get to know you guys, get to know about the property. I've been told that the place is a great place to be taken care of in. Did you want to tell me your name? If you don't want to tell me your name, that's fine. I do need to know that you're here with me. So the tap on the wall, it's talking about my hoodie. Maybe you can read something. I've been told that patients have been placed up here to be closer to heaven when they pass. Is there a reason that you stayed? Can you tell me about the doctors that took care of you?
our name to the spirit box. I might have to end this speaking session if you don't answer some of my questions. If you're saying, I really want to get to know you. Do you want to communicate through the flashlight? Alright. I'm gonna turn it off now.
Power off.
Is it?
I can't tell, but at least it was all recorded.
Still going?
Yeah. Anything happened in there?
No, we're more just waiting on you.
The flashlight went off and on multiple times, but
Any compelling answers from the flashlight, or just more of a general thing?
the footage is gonna have to be under review.
Okay, so right now we have the night vision camera upstairs pointing at the hallway. We have the spirit box and that speaker set up the same way it was before in the doctor's room. Right here we have the electromagnet detector.
EMF meter.
Yeah, EMF meter, EDI, flashlight.
Just a flashlight in that
Capo,
chair, that will be
capo.
for yes. This one's for no. We have an EDI right there, cap all.
Then we have the DSLR up here. Go for it like that.
Alright. Light going off.
I suppose I can start reading from this book here.
I don't think you described the reason for the book.
Okay, so I figured with the book, it's from, I guess their time, so it might help spark some activity.
Because you looked it up on your phone
Yeah,
for
it
like
was
the
from
authenticity or whatever.
These books, Little Leather Library, Google said it was made from like 1919 to 1926.
So, alright. Let's go.
Okay, so if there's any spirits with us here today, I would like to read a little excerpt from this small little pocket book that I found. I hope you'll come take a seat and listen. Maybe it'll help give you a sense of home. This one's called Belts. There was a row in Silver Street that's near Dublin Quay. Between Irish Regiment. I'm not good at reading, maybe somebody else.
It's like, it keeps bouncing back on you.
I guess I can give it a shot.
Bro, will you quit tweaking about that?
I'm saying that the camera was literally bouncing on you because it couldn't focus because of how dark it was.
Alright. There was a row in Silver Street that's near to Dublin Quay, between an Irish regiment and an English cavalry. It started at Reveille and it lasted until dark. The first man dropped at Harrison's, the last forced the park. For it was belts, 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 and that's one for you. And it was belts, 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 and that's done for you. O Buckle and Tongue was the song that we sung from Harrison's onto the park. There was a row in Silver Street, the regiments was out. They called us Jelly Rebels, and we answered threes about. That drew them like a hornet's nest. We met them good and large. The English at the double and the Irish at the charge. It was belts. That's weird.
Is it missing a page?
No, it continues. There was a row in Silver Street, and I was in it too. We passed the time of day, and then the belts went row. I misremember what occurred, but subsequent the storm. A Freedom's Journal supplement was all in my uniform. Oh, it was belts. There was a row in Silver Street. They sent the police there. The English were too drunk to know. The Irish didn't care. but when they grew impertinent, we simultaneous rose, till half of them was liffy mud and half was tattered clothes. But it was, or for it was, belts. There was a row in Silver Street. It might have raged till now, but someone drew his sidearm clear, and nobody knew how. 'Twas Hogan took the point and dropped. We saw the red blood run, and so we all was murderers that started out in fun. While it was belts. There was a row in Silver Street, but that took off the shine. Would each man whisper into his next, 'twas never work of mine. We went away like beaten dogs, and down the street we bore 'em. The poor dumb corpse that couldn't see the boys were sorry for him, when it was belts. There was a row in Silver Street, it isn't over yet, for half of us are under guard with punishments to get. 'Tis all a miracle to say as the clink I lie. There was a row in Silver Street, be God, I wonder why. Did it stop?
Yeah. I just want to ask, those flashlights are on, right?
It says the car's fuel.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like I can check again.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
They're like, yeah, we're working.
Wow, how about that, dude? What do you think of that?
Seems like they know it better than we do.
If that's the yes one, that's the yes flashlight too.
Should I continue on?
Sure, go ahead, dude.
Okay. There was a row in Silver Street. It isn't over yet, for half of us are under guard with punishments
turned off.
to get. Just all a miracle to me is in the clink I lie. There was a row in Silver Street, be God, I wonder why. But it was belts, 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 and that's one for you. It was belts, 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 and that's done for you. A buck of one tongue was the song that we sung from Henderson's down to the park. And that's belts.
Woo, round of applause.
Did you enjoy that story? Or that rhyme?
It's more of a poem, I think.
A little bit.
Anybody listening like to listen to another poem from this booklet?
Ooh, gonna try out my reading skills.
No?
If so, the left flashlight is yes, the right is no.
Everything ballads. Yeah, these are all from the war. Or, I guess a war.
Oh, really?
Well, it's like barrack room ballads. Stuff they cheer.
These are the
That
flashlights.
was all like 1920. It's crazy long ago.
Study of an elevation in Indian ink. This ditty is a string of lies, but how the deuce did Gubbins rise? Potiphar Gubbins, CE, stands at the top of the tree, and I'm using my bed on the reasons that led to the hoisting of Potiphar G. Potiphar Gubbins, CE, is 7 years junior to me. Each bridge that he makes, he either buckles or breaks, and his work is as rough as he. Potiphar Gubbins, CE, is coarse as a chimpanzee, and I can't understand why you gave him your hand, lovely Mehitable Lee. Potiphar Gubbins, CE, is dear to the powers that be, for they bow and they smile in an affable style, which is seldom accorded to me. Potiphar Gubbins, CE, is certain as certain can be, of a highly paid post, which is claimed by a host of seniors, including me. Careless and lazy is he, greatly inferior to me. What is the spell that you manage so well? Commonplace, Potiphar G. Lovely Mehitable Lee, let me inquire thee, should I have riz to what Potiphar is? Hadst thou been mated to me? They must have got a kick out of that one.
Riz?
What was
that one called?
That was just had it. I just had it.
It turned off.
This is a happy experience for me.
Really? Really?
Reading little small little ballads.
Yeah, this is really nice.
Something different. We've never ever done this before.
I think it's pretty cool.
Can't find the story.
And it's so weird because it's like, I said it earlier. Aw, dude, this shot is nice. So it feels like we're kind of doing like our own version of like a seance right now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Public waste. Post that fitted the story of Uriel. The story was called Study of an Elevation in Indian Ink. That was what it was called. The one I'm about to the one I'm about to read now is The Young British Soldier.
Alright, hold on. Alright.
When the ARF-made recruitee goes out to the east, he acts like a babe and he drinks like a beast. And he wonders because he is frequent deceased. He is fit for serve as a soldier. Serve, serve, serve as a soldier. Serve, serve, serve as a soldier. Serve, serve, serve as a soldier. Soldier off the queen. Now all you recruities once drafted today, you shut up your rag box and arc to my lay. And I'll sing you a soldier as far as I may. A soldier's what's fit for a soldier. Fit, fit, fit for a soldier. First mind you steer clear of the grog sellers' huts, for they sell you fixed bayonets that rots out your guts. A drink sedaty the life steal from your butts, and it's bad for the young British soldier, bad, bad, bad for the soldier. When a cholera comes, as it will pass the doubt, keep out of the way and don't go on the shout, for the sickness comes and as the liquor dies out, and it crumples the young British soldier, crumples the soldier. But the worst of your foes is the sun overhead. You must wear your helmet for all that is said. If he finds you uncovered, he'll knock you down dead, and you'll die like a fool of a soldier. Fool of a soldier. If you're cast for fatigue by a sergeant unkind, don't grouse like a woman, nor crack on nor blind. Be handy and civil, and then you will find, as it's beer for the young British soldier, beer, beer, beer for the soldier. Like-minded. Now if you must marry, take care she is old. A troop sergeant widow's the nicest I'm told. For beauty won't help if your victuals is cold, and love ain't enough for a soldier. Enough for a soldier. If the wife should go wrong, with a comrade be loath. To shoot when you catch him, you'll swing on my oath. Make him take her and keep her, that's hell for them both. You know, quiddo the curse of a soldier. Curse of a soldier. When first under fire and you're wishful to duck, don't look or take heed of the man that is struck. Be thankful you're living and trust to your luck, and march to your front like a soldier. Front like a soldier. When off if your bullets fly wide in the ditch, don't call your martini a cross-eyed old bitch. She's human as you are, you treat her as such. And she'll fight for the young British soldier. Fight for the soldier. When shaking their bustles like ladies so fine, the guns of the enemy wheel into line. Shoot low at the limbers and don't mind the shine, for noise never startles the soldier. Startles the soldier. If the officer's dead and the sergeants look white, remember it's ruin to run from a fight. So take open order, lie down and sit tight, and wait for the supports like a soldier. Wait like a soldier. When you're wounded and left on Afghanistan's plains, and the women come out to cut up your remains, just roll to your rifle and blow out your brains, and go to your God like a soldier. Go like a soldier. Go like a soldier. Go like a soldier. Soldier off the queen.
Now,
That was dark, not gonna lie.
yeah. Maybe, would you like us to read from a different book? There's 3 more downstairs. Do you like this book?
There's a story called Tommy.
Wait, really?
Tommy. And I wonder if that's like a play on like Americans, because you had the Germans, which were like the crowd. I forget what the British were. I know in Vietnam the Vietnamese were called gooks. These are all pretty much racial slurs. Let's be honest. I want to say the Americans were Tommies.
Do you want to just read it and see what happens?
Sure.
Alright, starting the recording, and so just within that slight second of me stopping and filming a new clip, that flashlight just flickered, right?
Yeah, one on the left.
Yeah, we got 2 other cameras capturing it too.
Starting the recording, and did I just flicker?
I think it did.
So just within that slight second of me stopping and filming a new clip, that flashlight just flickered, right? Good point. Alright, go ahead.
I went into oh yeah, the story's called Tommy. I went into a public house to get a pint of beer. The publican he up and says, "We serve no redcoats here." The girls behind the bar, they laughed and giggled fit to die. I outs into the street again, and to myself says I, "Oh, it's Tommy this, and Tommy that, and Tommy go away." But thank you, Mr. Atkins, when the band begins to play. The band begins to play, my boys, the band begins to play. Oh, thank you, Mr. Atkins, when the band begins to play. I went into a theater as sober as could be. They gave a drunk civilian room, but hadn't none for me. They sent me to the gallery, or round the music halls. But when it comes to fighting, Lord, they'll shove me in the stalls. For it's Tommy this and Tommy that, and Tommy wait outside. But special train for Atkins when the trooper's on the tide. The troopership's on the tide, my boys, etc. I'll make and mock our uniforms that guard you while you sleep. It's cheaper than them uniforms, and there's starvation cheap. And Uslin's drunken soldiers, when they've gone large a bit, is 5 times better business than parrot in full kit. And it's Tommy this and Tommy that, and Tommy owls your soul. But it's thin red lines of arrows when the drum begins to roll. The drums begin to roll, my boys. We aren't no thin red arrows, nor we aren't no blackguards too, but single men barracks, most remarkable like you. And if sometimes our conduct isn't all your fancy paints, why single men barracks don't grow into plaster saints. When it's Tommy this and Tommy that, and Tommy fall behind, but it's pleased to walk in front, sir, when there's trouble on the wind. There's trouble on the wind, my boys. You talk of better food for us, and schools and fires and all. We'll wait for extra rations if you treat us rational. Don't mess around the cookroom slops, but prove it to our faith. The widow's uniform is not the soldier man's disgrace. For it's Tommy this and Tommy that, and chuck him out, the brute, but it's savior of his country when the guns begin to shoot. And it's Tommy this and Tommy that, or anything you please. And Tommy ain't a bloomin' fool, you bet that Tommy sees. I'm confused as to whether this is a Tommy or like just a slur, like a
Dude!
It definitely sounds like a slur for Americans.
Yeah, maybe this is definitely like Civil War type beat though.
Do you want Morgan to keep going?
A lot of poems in here. The next one's Fuzzy Wuzzy.
It turned off. Is the left one, like, you tested the left one, right? I mean the right one.
Yeah, I can test it right now. Maybe you guys can try that one.
Can you try it the right
Just to
one
show
for
you how it
us?
works.
Yeah, these are songs to sing in barrack rooms, and this place did hold
Yeah, it worked.
soldiers from the war, like before the Great War. We're talking like redcoats, Civil War stuff.
Stimming. Aim's off. Okay. So do you... Oh, sorry. You go.
Do you want us to read another book? There's more stories here, but I need to know if you want to hear those other stories. Do you want me to continue?
What about a different book, maybe? Yes.
Definitely.
There were 3 more books. I guess it would be down in the lobby. I could go down there and maybe grab one of them if you want to listen to other ones, other stories.
All right.
I realize that the rhymes that they do in the stories, it's kind of like Dr. Seussing it, where they force the rhyme because they just mispronounce the word before. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, I like it though. It's
If you liked our stories, we have 2 recorders on the table. One right here and one right here. All you have to do is just come up and speak into them. They will allow us to hear you. If you like them, can you tell us that you did?
you can be honest. We can accept criticism.
I mean, ooh. That just stopped.
I guess it is. Good thing that the GoPro's still going.
Also, who are you talking about we? You're the one who was reading them.
You're not wrong.
Hey, here
No,
comes
that's me,
PJ.
yeah.
Hey.
Get through my books.
Alright, well. We got options.
Okay. Morgan, go ahead and raise your books. Do you want me to read this one?
Do you want me to
Should-
read this one?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, we should see, like, which book the spirit wants us to read. Remember, the left flashlight is for yes, and the right for no. Turn one of them on for your answers.
Oh, this is pausing every time it's quiet.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a voice activated one, that isn't.
Now, what about this book, A Man Without a Country? The Phantom Rickshaw?
That sounds interesting.
That does, actually.
Or Midsummer Night Dreams? Or Midsummer Night's Dream?
Is that Shakespeare?
Shakespeare, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the authors are on here too.
Oh.
This one, Man Without a Country, is by Hale. The Phantom Rickshaw is by Rudyard Kipling.
Hey, this one's also Kipling.
Ooh.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna go with the Phantom Rickshaw. This one sounds interesting. Any objections? Any in favor?
I.
All in favor, say aye.
I.
Ooh, this is an actual story. My own true ghost story.
Wait, really?
The Phantom Rickshaw and My Own True Ghost Story. Rudyard Kipling.
Alright, let me pause.
This is not exactly a book of downright ghost stories as the cover make believe. It is rather a collection of facts that never quite explain themselves. All that the collector is certain of is that one man insisted upon dying because he believed himself to be haunted. Another man either made up a wonderful lie and stuck to it, or visited a very strange place. While the third man was indubitably crucified by some person or persons unknown, and gave an extraordinary account of himself. The peculiarity of ghost stories is that they are never told firsthand. I have managed with infinite trouble to secure one exception to this rule. It is not a very good specimen, but you can credit from the beginning to end. The other three stories you must take a trust, as I did. The Phantom Rickshaw, and it starts with a quote. An evening hymn, actually. May no ill dreams disturb my rest, nor powers of darkness me molest. Amen. One of the few advantages that India has over England is great knowability. After 5 years' service, a man is directly or indirectly acquainted with the 200 or 300 civilians in his province, all the messes of 10 or 12 regiments and batteries, and some 1,500 other people with a non-official caste. In 10 years, his knowledge should be doubled, and at the end of 20, he knows, or knows something about every Englishman in the... These pages are so hard to turn. Empire. And may travel anywhere and everywhere without paying hotel bills. Globetrotters who expect entertainment as a right have, even within my memory, blunted this open-heartedness, but nonetheless, today, if you belong to the inner circle and are neither a bear nor a black sheep, all houses are open to you, and our small world is very, very kind and helpful. Ricket of Camartha stayed with Politer of Cumoan some 15 years ago. He meant to stay 2 nights, but was knocked down by rheumatic fever, and for 6 weeks disorganized Polter's establishment, stopped Polter's work, and nearly died in Polter's bedroom.
They're both on.
Do you want me to stop?
Does this story make you uncomfortable? Okay, but no flashlight is off.
No,
That probably means yeah, because the camera's on.
me, I only got the page 8.
I mean, you were talking about like ghosts and people dying, so I guess it would make sense. Yeah,
Would.
both flashlights are off. See, I think it would make sense to like maybe choose something different.
Okay, well. What's next on the roster?
Well, we can either keep reading through books or we could ask some questions here. I don't know, is this something you enjoyed?
Do you want me to bring out the guitar? I know you guys like music. Tom, you seemed to enjoy it earlier.
If you want, we can read another story, just not that one. Not the one that we just finished.
It's crazy. Sometimes it just sounds like there's a full-blown on conversation going on upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's also the spirit box.
Should we go and check on that? I mean, I know what the spirit box is running, but like it's just from down here, it sounds like a full-blown on conversation between two people.
I don't know, bro.
I mean, just when I say check, I mean make sure the cameras are running.
Sure.
And then
Make sure to say something so I can like sync up the audio.
sure. And then I'm thinking, if it's just quiet down here. There's bug or something.
It was a fly.
If it just stays quiet down here, maybe we'll just migrate upstairs. So,
All right, you want to take this?
no?
No.
You don't want us to go upstairs? If you want us to stay down here, you have to communicate with us. I don't mean to be rude, but it's more keeping us interested, you know? Because otherwise we'll try to go somewhere else to learn.
Turned
And
off.
I hope that makes sense. But I will be going upstairs just for a moment here.
Hey, you want to take this camera?
I just said yes.
Just said yes.
No, there's no need.
Well, I mean for audio syncage. That's why.
For me going up there?
Yeah, yeah. Like take the camera just so I can sync up the audio because I'm going to be switching through all the cameras.
Unless the camera's off already, I'm not going to be messing with anything. I just going up to make sure they're recording.
It'd be more of like a fail-safe, really.
Yeah. I'm not doing anything other than making sure the cameras are going. And if they're not, turn them back on. I will be right back. So go ahead, guys. You want to ask questions or see if maybe another book maybe wants to be read?
Flashlight for DS is flickering. It's turning on more. It is bright.
Do you want me to pick out another book? What's up?
No.
No book. Okay.
So I'm assuming that they were just uncomfortable with the book that we just stopped reading.
Yeah, but I asked if they wanted me to read another book. And so no. Maybe a little bit disheartened that the spirits have decided on not having us read books.
Wow.
I was getting into my little reading rule too.
Really?
Can't tell you the last time I've read stories for people. For class.
All right, PJ, we have good news and bad news. The good news is the spirits are communicating. The bad news is they do not want us to continue with the stories.
Okay. Well, let's ask some questions. That's spooky being up there.
Really?
Yeah, I got my nerves going. Okay, did this, what we were hoping reading this story to you is that maybe it would help you, I don't know, just reflect on the past a little bit and, I don't know, I guess remember, what things were like, you know, just kind of a sense of home. Did do? Is that what that did for you?
All I did was read about war.
Maybe some good things, bad things came to memory.
Truly a time of reflection.
Well, I'd like to know if you're a patient or maybe a doctor here. If you can light the flashlight over on this side towards closer to Morgan for a patient, and the one closer to me if you were a doctor. Maybe it might help if we introduce ourselves, because I don't think we've really done that much yet, or maybe we had and you weren't present. I'm PJ. This is Morgan across the table, and behind this bright light that he won't turn off is Devon. Now, they just asked a little bit from you in return.
It just went on and didn't turn off.
Now, they just asked a little bit from you in return.
It just went on and didn't turn off.
Now, I'm going to ask that last question before. If you're over here on this side, turning this flashlight on, that will tell us you're a patient that was, I guess, admitted here. And then over here on this side would be a nurse or an employee of some kind. Maybe that's attracted to this place. I know there was a lot of helping going on here, and this place was a place of healing. I want to know what side of the operation were you on? If you're comfortable, I would like to try to learn your name, maybe get an easier way to respond, better understand your responses more of. And we have a thing called a spirit box. I'm sure you've heard of it. It goes, and you can speak through it and help us understand. Basically, you can say words through it other than just yes and no questions. Is that something you would be willing to try?
Dude, it would be a lot less effort on your part, I believe.
Or would you like to stick with the flashlights? Let's say we just stick with the flashlights.
Okay.
Now, is there company here with you, as in other spirits or maybe other people you get along with? I don't know what questions asked. You guys have any questions?
I don't know, actually, at the moment.
Do you have any questions asked?
No, I should be good.
I don't know.
Is there still somebody here willing to communicate with us? I'm thinking that we go upstairs.
Yes.
Well, let's go do the same thing upstairs, I guess. Or, let's see. Or we can go in the basement.
What time's it?
I mean, the
4:12.
flashlight literally turned on for... Yeah, it's bright. Yes, go upstairs. Alright, it's currently past 5 o'clock, but we did make a promise that we would return to the basement. So, we have a cat ball right there, REM pod, EDI, cat ball. All the stuff that we have on the table is not going to be used. Regular camera was over there. We're using that mag light, right?
Yeah.
Right. Did you test it?
Yeah, I seen him set.
Okay. Tommy, did you follow us back down here? It's the house creaking behind me. And that's the furnace. Or vents or whatever. Would you like to speak to us, Tommy? Is there anyone else down here with us? No flashlight. No equipment is being set off over here either. How long do you want to give this?
Not long at all, man. I'm tired. We got a long drive tomorrow. It's 5:20 already.
5:20, jeez.
We got another couple minutes.
Yeah, I say 5:25. Cool.
I mean, that's why I said earlier in a in a little theory. It's like, what if Tommy actually went to bed? You know, Tommy was a little kid. Surely he had a bedtime, I guess. I mean, the flashlight isn't turning on.
Absolutely nothing.
Right. I mean, if it's 5:20, well, past that now. Pretty sure maybe at least majority of the patients probably would have been asleep, but I'm not speaking for them. Just theorizing. This video recording has ran for 3 minutes and 33 seconds.
Let's just call it, man. We're just wasting our time.
Alright. Thank you guys for watching Wildwood Sanitarium. It was
Spooky.
no pun intended, actually a wild night, to be honest. I mean,
Experience.
you seen yourself crying and smirking in the scrying mirror, and then anything with you?
I didn't see nothing that's right here.
I'm not talking about the scrying mirror. I mean, like in general, the investigation. There's just so much that happened. I kind of like forgot.
The entire night was just great.
Active.
Yeah.
And, well, as you can see, we're all kind of sleep deprived. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. This marks the final episode of season 2 of the Ghost Files. And thank you. It's been a long ride. Capture Paranormal. The legendary Nick Groff. Tommy Tombstone. Again. Bump in the Night Society. Wolf Paranormal. Exploring with Josh. John Huntington. Explorers of the Unknown. Haunted Archives. Haunted Nights. And Haunted Nights again. Paranormal Encounters. Kalani Ghost Hunter. But last but not least, Among the Unknown.